Hi, my name is Jody Whipple. I'm the nutritionist for the FIT program, and today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about mindful eating. In the past 20 years or so that I've been a registered dietitian, I've really come to realize that although certainly food selection is hugely important, we've been talking in previous segments about the importance of fiber and protein and calcium and vitamins and minerals and all the important nutritional value of food. I've come to realize that the manner in which we eat, the way that we eat, and the why for eating can be as equally as important in terms of taking care of ourselves and being healthy. So I want to start by talking about eating mindfully by minimizing distractions. We are bombarded with so many things to do these days, and having a lot of distractions can interfere with our body's own ability to know when we're hungry and know when we're full. We've all had the experience of eating in the car. That certainly is a distraction, or eating in front of the television, bringing a plate of food into the family room with the TV on, or having a bag of food and eating and looking down at the plate or at the bag and realizing, oh my gosh, I don't even remember eating the food. And when we eat with lots of distractions like that, it's very hard to tune into our cues of hunger and fullness. And if you think back to watching a baby, babies eat when they're hungry and they stop when they're full. They don't eat because the clock says it's 12, or they don't belong to what we call the clean plate club, or they don't eat because they're upset about something or because they're happy about something. They really are tuned in to their hunger and their fullness. And that is something that we want to strive for. And when we reduce our distractions, it's much easier to listen to what our body is telling us about being hungry and being full. Another factor in mindful eating is the pace at which we eat. Again, we're so busy, it seems like eating has become a race so that we can get on to the next thing. If we look at other countries, in Europe, for example, we will notice that families come together at the table, they sit for hours and they eat food that has been freshly prepared, but they linger over it and they spend time talking to each other, and sometimes a meal can last an hour or two. And we don't do that as much as we should, and slowing down the pace of our eating again helps us tune in to the hunger and the fullness, which are cues that we were born with. I have clients who sometimes eat in 5 minutes, and I ask them to set a timer and set that timer maybe starting for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And it for them seems like a very, very long time, but they come to realize if they slow the pace of their eating, they're better able to judge how much they need. And quite often they realize that they don't need as much as they were previously eating. Another factor that interferes with mindful eating is eating for emotional reasons. And people frequently eat when they're bored. They say they have nothing else to do, or because they are happy about something, or they're upset about something. And emotional eating in and of itself isn't a terrible thing to do. I think we all do it on occasion. But what I find is that people really beat themselves up when they eat for emotional reasons. So they might turn to the chocolate or to the ice cream or to the chips, but while they're consuming the food, they're telling themselves, this is so bad, I'm so bad, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then they often just eat and eat and eat, and it turns into a vicious cycle rather than getting comfort from the food that they turn to, recognizing that it's not going to solve their problem, and then moving on afterwards. So enjoying that food at the moment and not feeling guilty about it, and recognizing that they still might have some things to do to take care of the situation. So the next time that you have an opportunity to eat food, think about minimizing your distractions, slowing the pace of your eating, reducing your eating for emotional reasons, and if you are eating for an emotional reason, do so in a way that's self-caring, not demeaning to yourself. My name's Jody Whipple. I'm the nutritionist with the FIT program. Thanks for joining us and learning more about mindful eating.